Well, good morning. I'm particularly enjoying this discussion about the value of writing a research paper, so to speak. Frankly, I'm impressed that you all are okay with it, okay? Of course, that is the nature of this course. That said, I think you all are getting it, that it's not so much the writing of the paper itself, it's the process by which you approach your topic is what's really at stake here and why we're going through all of this, all right? And I'd like to back up for a minute. Those of you who took my 131 course before you took this course can remember the multi-genre project, which is a research project. Slightly more fun than just writing a research paper, I hope it was for you, okay? And I remember very clearly a student in that class asked me, well, what's the whole point of this? I don't get it. When am I ever going to write another multi-genre research paper, okay, whatever, And I rather lamely, I'm sorry to say, responded that, well, we're not so much in the business anymore, in the marketplace, of writing research papers. Instead, we're giving presentations, all right? We're presenting our findings from our research in PowerPoints, that kind of thing, all right? And that's true. If you're in the military, you see a lot of PowerPoints, okay, some good ones, some bad ones, that kind of thing. Nursing, medical professions, I'm sure you've been to a lot of conferences, or you will be, or you've been to a lot of training sessions where you see a lot of PowerPoint, and so that's right. You actually are going to be doing that kind of stuff, okay? And in fact, you're probably not going to be writing a lot of research papers. But what I should have said is that it's the process by which we approach information that counts. And that's what I was trying to teach in the multi-genre paper in 131 and what I'm trying to teach in W233 here. It's this process that we go through. And I'm not saying that the end result isn't important. It is, for this class at least, okay? But it's teaching you the process of finding good information, of finding valid information, and then making something of it, okay? That's very important. It's the next step. It's what do you do with the information that really counts. We live in the information age, okay? So two things that means is, one, the information's out there, right, to begin with. And the other thing it might mean is that the information is not very good, okay? And I still get students who get confused between Google and library databases because they say, well, I find a lot more on Google. My searches, I got 1 million hits. Isn't that wonderful, right? And we're in the library database, only like 20 articles, right? Well, wait a second. That's not the point, okay? Don't confuse quantity and quality ever, all right? They're way two different things, okay? So that said, what we're doing here is we're following a process by which we are arriving at valid information, learning how to find it, learning how to search it out, and learning how to recognize it when we see it. And then we're compiling it in a fashion that has meaning to us or to our audience, all right? It's this compilation that's also very important and that we're going to be working on the rest of the semester. Otherwise, you just come up with a Wikipedia account. Anybody can go find the information, okay, good or bad, all right? You just go to Wikipedia and look up your topic, all right? But that doesn't do you any good. Okay, there it all is. Well, okay, but what's the meaning? So we're trying in this class to create meaning out of this process. We're trying to follow a process to get good information, valid information, and then in the writing part of it, you're going to try to make meaning out of it. You're going to say directly to the reader, what does this stuff mean? You're not going to just throw it at them. And that's too often what you did in high school, okay? You just got to throw it at the reader, right? No. We're going to make meaning out of it. We're going to say what it means. We're going to say particularly what it means to you, the writer, and then that way it makes it a lot more interesting to the reader, okay? The reader will care about it as much as you do if you care plenty. If you care plenty and make good meaning of it for yourself, and this is why we went through this whole process of finding a good topic for you, then it's going to have meaning to the reader too. So hey, I hope I've been somewhat clear here. I don't want to yak on too long, but I just love this whole topic of whether or not this whole writing a research paper is worth it or not. So once again, it's not the end goal that's the most important thing. It's the entire process. So hey, thanks.